Hello, 324 tubers! And welcome back to Let's Play Shining Force 3 Scenario 2 Chapter 4. The Desecration of the Holy Land with me, BlueAnkylo. So, looks like we'll be doing some desecrating today. Yeah! But yeah, I think the Force made it to Elbesem in between chapters. And, maybe they arrived and now they're talking to some of the residents. Maybe? We got some new music, that's cool. It looks like these people are a little bit upset about something. Wonder what happened. Oh, he's getting really upset. Did, like, Medion desecrate the Holy Land or something? There's probably, like, monks attacking or some such. It's over there, whatever it is. It's got a little looking glass. That's cool. Come on, you guys gotta speak up. I don't know what's going on. I think the developers of this game really wanted to show off the 3D abilities for this scene. You're just supposed to watch and enjoy as the camera rotates around and they show off all their animations. Right. So, how'd things go, Sir Campbell? It was hopeless. Hopeless, huh? So does that mean the village chief doesn't want to help either? We arrived at a very bad time. Because of the explosion yesterday, he's suspicious of everyone and everything. What about the fact that we killed the Kraken? That's just awful! How could they suspect us of anything? They believe we had something to do with what happened. So not the dead Kraken. The village chief knows the Elbesem sect and believes there are people from the Empire cooperating with them. But can't you show them the, they've got that fancy orb. Zero's got it right now. It's one of the monk orb things. I have also heard this recently. The prison guard and a soldier were talking about something like that. Oh, preposterous. Why would anyone join forces with those dangerous Elbesem followers? Power. And greed. Unfortunately, we have seen evidence of certain elements of the Imperial Army cooperating with the Elbesem sect. Yeah, we know. Kind of evidence. Well, we've seen members of the Imperial Army and the Elbesem sect fighting alongside one another. It would be wonderful if there was some mistake, but... There's no mistake. I've actually battled against them. High Priestess Basanda was aiding the Imperial General Spiriel and her army. Right before I ran into Galman and got killed, and then not killed. I've also battled an inferior Vandal who had the support of the Elbesem sect. We fought in Quinoas, which was under his control. A lot of zombies. Yeah. I think you're already aware, but Quinoas village used to be under Garvin of Saraban's rule. They say he sold the souls of all the villagers for steam power. So, what you're trying to say, Julian, is that the Empire and Saraband are both cooperating with the Elbesem sect. I'm not sure, but if not, there are a lot of strange coincidences. Julian, you seem to know a lot of things that we don't. When we have an opportunity, we should sit down and talk through it. He's gonna leave before that has happened. Shall we continue? Our plans have been spoiled by arriving in Elbesem at nearly the same time as the Elbesem sect. The people of the village won't open up to us. It would be very helpful if we could gather some information, but no one is willing to cooperate. Shall we hurry on? Hurry on to where? No, I need to explore the town. Like, where are we gonna go if we don't explore the town? That's true. It's imperative we understand where the treasure is in Elbesem. Let's walk around the town once more and gather the loot. If we leave after going to such lengths, at the very least, we should be able to travel to the temple unhindered. Don Horde is right. If we can't persuade the villagers, we will do what we can and then head towards the temple. Alright, we have control of the situation. So how's the inventories looking? I've still got some of those goddess tears just laying around. I might put them away. I did not use very many of my healing drops. I'm going to need to sell the spare old wing. I think... Didn't Zero bring the Elbesem orb back to the Synbios force? So he'll probably leave with that at some point. Got that freeze orb we got from killing the boss. Alright, everyone seems to be in order. When I was in the Synbios army, I thought this was just a war between two countries. However, I was wrong. Elbesem and the Vandals are also involved. Perhaps Saraband as well. I won't allow anyone to threaten the holy land of Elbesem. If what Julian says is true, we must stand against the Vandals and eliminate them from our world. That is, if they really exist. So, I'm having a difficult time with Don Hort's voice, in case you guys are wondering what's going on with him. Initially, I wanted to have, well, not something like vaguely Scottish-ish or some such, but apparently my ability to make a Scottish accent is terrible, so hasn't worked out. Those Elbesem monks have gathered in front of the Elbesem temple. Man, they appear to be waiting for someone. I gotta work on a Californian there too. I think I can do that one though. We're under suspicion all because of General Crowort and his army. It's infuriating. Yeah, she always says about the same thing. We're finally in Elbesem. It's sort of hard to believe, isn't it? It's sad to see the inhabitants of Elbesem don't want to cooperate with us. But I understand how they feel, especially considering the immoral behavior of some people from the Empire. He's talking about our older brothers. I can't believe the Elbesem sect invaded the holy land of Elbesem. They want to steal the Staff of Besem. We must do everything we can to protect it. That's right. So, apparently the Staff of Besem is pretty important. Apparently everyone else in the force has disappeared. I bet you they'll reappear if I leave and go back in. Just test that theory out. There they are, the rest of the crew. So we'll talk to some people, and David's doing his push-ups again. Yeah, I love it. The closer we get to Elbesem Temple, the more I feel my heart becoming soothed. I'll soothe your heart. Please give the Elbesem orb to our priest. I borrowed it to aid us. It contains the divine protection of Elbesem. So he thinks I should give the Elbesem orb to Erudo. No, it's not going to happen. Yasha, my target, is in the Arant army, which has dealings with the Elbesem sect. Right, so she's still on the job to kill Yasha. Pretty sure he's the guy at the end of Scenario 1. We saw him at the beginning of Scenario 2 working for Arant. I think it was Arant specifically. Maybe Majoron, I forget. No, because Yasha was the guy that killed the scout that came back that knew who abducted Emperor Domeric, and then Yasha made sure he was dead. So, the Holy Land soil has been defiled by those heretics. They must be punished, Prince Medion. I know, his voice kind of overlaps with Gantrax, but I only got so many raspy voices. If only General Rogan hadn't sailed before we arrived, we could have had the support of the Seagate. How unfortunate. He's an elf. The Elbesem monks we fought near Balsamo weren't very strong, but it feels like they were getting stronger. Yeah, because the statue was destroyed. I don't know what to do with Waltz. What does a female centaur sound like? It's crazy. So, I understand there's an item hidden in one of the trees in this town. And you have to search it from a specific side. And that's not the right tree. There's quite a lot of treasure hidden around this place. Not that that should be a surprise for anyone. Also, look at this. I can see where stuff is. The church is right there. The tavern is right here. Right? Yeah. Yeah. Shops. That's where we want to go first. I love it. I don't know. I've never noticed that I don't know what button that is exactly. I think it's C button or extra C button. Whatever. It's like not the normal C button, but the one on top of it. Like Sega controllers are weird, guys. But anyway, it's like button number 6. Anyway, yeah, shops. How much money do we have, by the way? Not that one. Not that one. We have 10,000 gold. That's not bad. There's going to be some stuff to spend money on here, though. So, normal inventory, nothing special. Special inventory, well, all the same stuff as before, really. I can get rid of the extra freeze orb. I'll probably just get rid of it, honestly. I did, oh, by the way, I did sell the black ring that we found a couple episodes ago. I figured you guys wouldn't mind. It's just, you know, it gives you a lot of good stats, and you can use Blaze 2 if it's equipped. But if it's equipped, it also paralyzes you, or you take damage. It's just, it really messes up the plan. So, curses are kind of no fun. Unless you can equip that Chaos Ring. So I want to sell quickly here before I forget that. Might sell the sword too for now. Basically, I'm still going to work on Zero's sword skill like I was talking about a while ago. It's just right now, it's worse than his wing, and he's already maxed out until he can't get higher weapon skill in sword until he promotes. So we'll just wait till we can buy him a better sword, because for now it really doesn't matter. Now, importantly, there should be a haggle we can get here that's quite interesting. Something you might want to buy if you've got the money for it. Oh, I should sell that freeze orb I forgot about. So the life ring, yeah. I think we're gonna buy it right now if I can afford it, but I am gonna check the normal weapons out first. You guys remember the life ring, right? Regenerating HP and pretty good defense. I'm sure someone can put that to good use. So we'll definitely want to pick that up. And I think, like, Uryudo has the current one. I might give the second one to Medion. And then I'll have an extra defense bracer. Well, I gave Hedva the protect ring, right? Hazuki could probably use a little bit of defense. I know I gave her the protect milk, but a little bit more defense will never hurt. Or Bernard, or Zero. I could switch out the Elbesem orb for a defense or something. I'll have a look at people in a second. Oh, right, and first up, sorry. I can buy it back if I really want to, but, you know. Not that big a deal. So, the important part. Weapons. What do we get here? Anything new? Probably. Okay, so old knife. Same sword, same rapier, new blade. Now, this is pretty expensive. I should probably buy it for Julian, though. Although, that's with his knife equipped. It would do less of an improvement compared to his current blade. Same katana, same lance. I think the same spear. New halberd. So can you buy it for Don Hort? Yeah, so we can give Don Hort a better weapon. Because I can't control him, though, that's a bit lower priority. But I might, you know, if I get enough money, I might buy it for him. Pretty sure these are the same. Now we can see the gloves and claws. I guess maybe the next party member is going to use one of these. This is a new arrow that's very expensive. But I think this is a range, it's a range 2 to 3 arrow, which means it's worth it. It's the same thing happened in scenario 1. This is always the first range 3 arrow, which is why arrows, you know, in my opinion, are kind of better. Once your shells and your corals are range 3, that's not so bad. But early on, like, I could probably just have Walt and Bernard both using arrows, and that'd be beneficial. Anyway, I think, honestly, this is the #1 upgrade we should get right now. Like you can see, Waltz would lose a little bit of damage because she's level 0 in arrows, but it would still be better because of the range. But all right, so I don't think I'm gonna have enough money for everything I want. 7,700. So the halberd's pretty low. The blade, I could get the blade and the life ring, and I think that's everything. Sure, you can equip it, but don't sell that. We'll sell his not battle-y blade. Yeah, the iron blade. That actually might be 2 steps up. I can't remember. I think it just goes iron blade and then battle blade. I don't think we're actually getting the level 3 weapons right now, except for the Robin Arrow, which is a tier 3 weapon, if I remember correctly. Tier 3, just, you know, the 3rd, and the tiers sort of at least have some similarities. So, oh, there is one more thing that I might want to buy. He's got another haggle himself, I think. Unless it's a deal? No, that's all he's got. Let me just double check my guide. Yeah, it's just a deal. It's not a haggle. So, we're probably going to want this as well. This is another Ankh for Uryudo. And I believe I'll equip it. I'll do a little test again just so we can see. I believe it has a higher magic stat than the initial Ankh. So he's at level 2 with his Ankhs. The current Ankh gives him Tornado, at least level 2 Tornado, which is, I don't really use it, you know, because most of his MP goes to heal, but it's not a terrible spell to have. Anyway, heal does 21 right now with this equipped. We'll get a different spell, which is maybe more appropriate for Uryudo, and should be a little bit higher magic damage. And physical damage, too. Let's have a quick look. So, +1 magic. Woo! Not a huge difference, but, you know, we'll take what we can get. Unfortunately, we couldn't give that to the Tornado spell. It's either the support or Tornado. But you guys know the drill by now. I can just hold on to the other Ankh, and if I need to cast Tornado, I can just switch it out. And that's really not that big a deal. And as his MP gets higher, I'll be more comfortable using stuff like what I was just saying. Tornado and Boost. Support used to be called Boost. I mix them up all the time. So, he does have a Power Spear. So I think all we're missing is the Halberd for Don Hort. And I'm not actually even sure. I can't change his weapon here, so I think the only way he can equip it is via the shop, because I can't go to him and select him here and then unequip his weapons. Because, like, I was thinking I could make it so he can't attack enemies and steal kills if I could equip or unequip his weapon, but I don't think they're gonna let me. That's kind of frustrating. I thought there was another wand around here. Not yet, I guess. Maybe the next town or something, or maybe the last town. I forget. Anything else I'm doing? Just double checking what weapons we've got. Silverwing, Robin Arrow. It's Power Axe, Power Hatchet. Those were the 2 axes on sale. Middle Quarrel. Got the Ankh. Still got a Bronze Rod. We should see if there's anything better. I don't think so, though. Power Spear. And Iron Lance. Unless this thing is better than an Iron Lance, I think this is all we can do. One last look just to double check. I know that's what Medion's got. That's what Hazuki's got. That's what Campbell. I could buy the Heavy Halberd and equip it, but I'm not going to. Same axes. No one uses maces. In Scenario 2, there's no primary mace user, I believe. You could make Rock use them, but it doesn't. There's no real advantage here over normal axes. They don't sell rods or wands at all. That's kind of odd. Anyway, yeah, that's the same Middle Quarrel. Alright, so there's only one weapon I'm missing. It's the Halberd. If I want to buy it, I'll just need a little bit more money, so we'll have to wait. And I do primarily want to make sure we get this life ring. That's why I was sort of saving. So I think, you know, Uryudo regenerating HP is really good. The next person you'd want to regenerate is probably Medion or Julian, because they get attacked the most often. Just looking at defense stats for some people. Hedva's is not as bad anymore thanks to the fancy boots I gave her. Or, sorry, the Swift Ring or whatever it was called. So I think Julian has a normal defense bracer. Dawnhorde has nothing, but his stats are pretty high anyway because he's promoted. David has a Silver Ring, so he could use some defense for sure. Zero is actually not too bad on defense. Bernard's 13. I think David is actually the lowest. Yeah, I think his base defense is 11, which is tied with Hedva for lowest. So what we'll do is we'll give this to Medion. So he gets a little bit more defense and regeneration, which should be the best. We're not selling that yet. And then we'll just... Oops, no. Let me go, let me go! Wow, we spent like the whole episode and I haven't even explored the town yet. Might be a slightly longer episode today. Yeah, +3, let's give this... Campbell, his base is 15, that's not bad. Synthesis base is 10, which is pretty low for sure. Base 10. Base 13 is not the worst. Base 18 is quite good, actually. Base 13 is pretty low. Base 16 is good enough. Hazuki can't equip them at all, which is annoying. I think I could give her the Silver Ring, though. So yeah, David's is 11. So he's got the lowest defense. He's kind of next up on the trying to boost his defense up. Then that Silver Ring we can transfer to somebody else. I mean, only gave him +1, but it's better than nothing. And I could give that to Hazuki, although it might be more valuable. I think I might just give it to Bernard for now. Bernard should do a lot of damage with his fancy new weapon. Although it can keep him at long range, so he doesn't even need it as badly as some people. It's just, whatever. I figure I have to give it to somebody, and I've spent way too much time talking about it, so let's just get on with it, right? So let's try to do a little bit of town robbery. Haven't found a single item yet to steal. There we go. Thanks for the money. I don't think you ever really get a significant amount of gold coins from towns like this. But I guess theoretically we could sell some mithril. We'd have to buy it back later on if you wanted to turn into weapons. But we could sell it now to have a boost of money early on. I think it's worth a fair bit, actually. If I hadn't bought all those healing drops before the boss, I probably would have had enough money for the halberd. Yeah, 1,500 each is not bad, but I'd have to buy them back for I think 2,000, so it's, you lose money a little bit. Okay, so let's start from the headquarters, and we'll try to talk to some people at least. Try to at least explore the outside of the town here first on today's episode. Do you know about this current situation at the temple? Wait, no, I didn't mean to say yes. I didn't know anything. So what's going on at the temple? Just go there and see for yourself. Thanks, old man. Got ourselves a little potion. I need to double check what tree I need to search, or else it's going to take forever. There is a specific tree somewhere. It's, just a second. East side of the tree closest to the town entrance. Let's go do that before I forget about it. Because those, I don't have to search for, like, I don't have to memorize the barrels and stuff, because I usually just check all the barrels and all the shells for items. But stuff like weird places, like the side of a tree, pretty easy to miss. There we go. So dark matter is definitely one of the harder things to find, and also one of the less useful. I should probably even sell it without any worry at all, to be honest. I want to know about the condition of Elbesem Tower. Oh. They don't realize that we're different than our brothers. A ray of light was falling down on the... probably Gracia, not Garcia. Gracia, the innovator, I think is the correct term. Child of light, hero of our time. Well, the Empire, some of the Empire is working with the Bullzone sect. And I have great eyes, thanks. We don't need you around these parts. I would like to know about Gracia. Oh, she feels weak in the knees, but she still can't tell us. Alright. It's quite... Well, I guess this isn't the hugest town. You know, like, the church doesn't take a whole long time to explore. Maybe I can make it in a normal-sized episode. Maybe we'll be okay. Oh! What happened to your husband there? Hey, a little bit of money. Maybe we'll get enough for the halberd after all. I know there's something in some fireplace in this town as well. Just because it's a little bit unusual to search fireplaces. I noted that down in my notes. Blue, check the fireplace. You'll find your Christmas presents. Power wine. There we go. That's a good one. I should use that right away. So, who gets... Wow, my inventory is really full. Who gets some more attack power? What do you think? Who would make the... I think, actually, Campbell might be a good choice now. His attack's been a little bit behind. A little bit lower than I'd like. Brock would be okay. I know I already gave one power wine to Hazuki. Her attack's really good. David, I think, will be fine. He has pretty great attack growth. Julian is also kind of a DPS in that regard. So I think, honestly, at the moment, Campbell is the best choice. You know, maybe someone else will join later that makes better use of it. Just like the health bread with Hedva, but... Wish me luck, everybody. Roll the dice. And... average. Could have been better, could have been worse. But that puts him at a pretty good amount of attack. I'll take it. Okay, and then church is also in the middle. I think I talked to everybody outside, didn't I? Did I miss a kid here? No, I think I talked to everybody. Oh, they like their church in Elbesem. Ah, they do know about the Staff of Besem. Right, they also call Gracia the Godchild. The Innovator thing is kind of secret, I think. The Innovators that fight against the Vandals in olden times. Are there any of the Empire other than Rogan who we can believe in? Maybe Medion? I guess we're gonna have to defend them. You know Elbesem's not gonna be defending this town. It's gonna be the blood and sweat of the Medion force. Probably Hedva's corpse again. Alright, so that's the shop. Right? No, that's the tavern. Well, yeah, we should definitely do the tavern today. I love that little arrow thing. That's a good addition. See if we can meet any girls in here, right? Ah, the Holy Land's in big trouble. Where's Rogan? Oh yeah, kill all the cultists, and then we'll believe you. Thanks. We're gonna do that anyway, honestly. Right. I suppose we can't blame him too much. you know, if we've seen the Empire cooperating with the Bullzome, then I guess it's reasonable to be suspicious, right? Hey, that's the first small mithril. Good. I kind of like getting, like, I think there's a ton of spare large mithril in the game. There's less spare small mithril, so it's nice to get a few of those. They're also cheaper to make accessories than weapons with. And they can provide a pretty good boost. Terrible. Yeah, well, you wouldn't expect a priest village to be terribly good at alcoholic drinks. It's not... Well, I guess Friar Tuck, right? Right? He was really good with the drinks, and he was a friar. I think that's a little different. I have a feeling. Are you the village chief? You've got different clothes. Nope, it's the village grandma. So a fair number of villagers have disappeared. Either they're dead, or they've just left, or they've betrayed their homes. The family heirloom. Until the Shining Force emerges to save Elbesem from crisis, protect it, and continue to pass it down through the generations. That is the first time in Shining Force 3 that the term Shining Force has been used. What a pleasant scent! Old Grandma keeps her perfume in there. Or maybe just the candies. I don't know. That's where the chocolate is. Seems like everyone in Elbesem eats a lot of soup. On duty? Oh no. Your wife and child? Are they like conscripted into battle or something? Guess we don't know exactly what the citizens of Elbesem do. You know, they probably protect the staff of Besem and some important talisman, like the book says. Maybe that's literally the staff of Besem. Well, there's the lookout tower. I never thought the Bullzome sect would set foot in Elbesem. If you want me to believe you are not in allegiance with the Bullzome sect, drive those evildoers from the island. Yesterday, some villagers went into the temple, and we haven't heard from them since. Ah, those are all the villagers that disappeared. The number of Bullzome priests have been increasing. If only we had known, we would have stopped them from going somewhere important. 2 small mithrils. Alright. Is that everything? Church. I don't think I went to this house yet, did I? Hello, lady. I've come to steal your goods. And I'll say hello, because I'm nice. The head of this house served Elbesem. Right. So I guess one thing we're learning is that these guys like General Rogan. Oh, some sweet snacks. Luckily, we haven't found any Bullzome monk masks here yet. That's a plus. Guardians of Elbesem. It is said that when the 1,000-year kingdom nears revival, an innovator, along with Jumsis, will stand in its way. Jumsai. I wonder what that means. An innovator and Look, I'm going to let you guys figure the rest of it out. That's as much as I'm going to help you. Alright, I think that's all. Let me just double check my list of goodies. I got 2 small mithrils. I got the dark matter. Did I get a large mithril? I think I got a large mithril, right? That's a large mithril for sure. Dark matter, large mithril, 2 small mithrils. Power wine, goddess tier, potion, couple 350 golds. I think that's everything. So the only thing we missed out on, technically, is the heavy halberd. Alright, well that actually didn't take too long to explore. I'll throw away the extra items into the inventory between episodes, And next time, there it is, we will head out and try to deal with some Bullzo monks that are, you know, they're up to no good. They're trying to break into the temple or something, and, you know, we gotta kill them to prove we're the Shining Force. It's not that complicated. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.